I would really like to talk about where your actions have led to what I believe was unintentional human suffering. And that's in regards to Bill 54 when you were on the county council in Honolulu. And so that was back in 2011. And I think if you fully understood the results of that bill, and for those of you who don't know about that, that was a homeless criminalization bill, taking people's personal possessions and throwing them away. And we've seen the results, and that this is not effective. It's not a compassionate solution to work with our most vulnerable population, which is mostly, not mostly, but largely made up of veterans, which I know you work hard for, and Native Hawaiian population. And so I'm just wondering what you'd be willing to do to kind of step up and ho'oponopono with some of the homeless advocates. And I know you've done some incredible things for the homeless population since this original bill, but we keep expanding, or Honolulu in particular keeps expanding the sit-lie bans, which have been proven by a UH study to not be effective. And I just want to know going forward what compassionate solutions you have to continue to help the homeless population, because a lot of us in this room are maybe just a few paychecks away from being in that same situation, and to have their only personal possessions thrown away or put away, and then they have to pay a fine that they can't possibly pay to get those possessions back. It just seems so counter to what you usually stand for.
During my time as a member of the Honolulu City Council, I represented an urban part of Honolulu. And this bill came about out of a concern for safety that I received predominantly from a lot of elderly and disabled within our community, that they were finding it a safety hazard to be able to go, that they were unable to go through public walkways, sidewalks, and thoroughfares because of people who had either set up tents or who had their belongings that were blocking that public thoroughfare. So the bill did provide for a warning system to be in place. It was not it was not to just go in and immediately grab people's belongings, but it was a bill that was introduced and passed to address the safety hazard in public thoroughfares specifically. What can we do and what are we doing? At the federal level, we have and continue to try to pass specific housing programs to be able to help get those who are houseless or homeless off of the streets, to be able to help provide funding for those who are working through transitions, and also understand and recognize the complexities of which we're dealing with here that is not easily addressed just with one. Mental health challenges is one issue, making sure that those services are there and available to be provided. Substance abuse is another issue, helping to make sure that those services are there. And then there are those who need that transitional help to be able to, maybe they're working a full-time job and they can't make that first rent paycheck. So we've got to be holistic in our addressing this issue and actually getting to the root cause of it in a way that will help people empower themselves and get their lives back to where they want them to be. And that's something that I will continue to do both at the federal level and looking to see how I can support those who are working hard here at the local level.